you're watching Newsx and I'm Shivani Singh. Universities are centers for innovation, not laboratories of hate. That is the stinging rebuke from the JNU administration as one of India's most prestigious institutions find itself in the crosshairs of a national controversy. It started as a vigil to mark a 6-year-old trauma, but by the time the sun rose, it had turned into a criminal investigation. As we sit here in January 2026, the familiar echoes of 2016 are returning to the hallways of Sabarmati Hostel. We aren't just talking about student politics, we are talking about the limits of the law. While the Students' Union insists that they are defending democracy, the government is calling it intellectual terrorism. Let's look at how a protest for bail turned into a battle for the university's soul. The spark was a judicial verdict. On January 5, the Supreme Court denied bail to former JNU students Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam. Within hours, the campus was alive. The event, titled A Night of Resistance, was initially meant to commemorate the 2020 campus violence. But as the night wore on, the tone shifted. Videos, now viral, reportedly shows students raising highly provocative slogans against Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah. The administration claims that the nature of the event changed from a peaceful vigil to a willful disrespect for constitutional institutions. For the students on the ground, this was a cry against perceived injustice. For the state, it was a red line crossed in the middle of the night. The backlash was instantaneous. In a strongly worded statement, the JNU administration didn't just condemn the act, they labeled it. Universities cannot be permitted to be converted into laboratories of hate, they said. The consequences? The university has already moved the Delhi police for an FIR and promised the strictest action ranging from immediate suspension to permanent debarment. But the JNSU president is hitting back and claims that the slogans were ideological and not personal, and that the controversy is a deliberate attempt to defame the university and distract from the fact that the 2020 attackers are still at large. It's a classic JNU standoff. The administration sees hate speech while the students see a night of resistance. And predictably, the political temperature in Delhi has hit a boiling point. From Maharashtra's Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis promising to crush the intentions of those he calls offsprings of traitors, to Union Minister Giriraj Singh labelling the campus as a camp office for the Tukre gang. The rhetoric is escalating. The BJP is framing this as a resurgence of the urban Naxal mindset, allegedly patronized by the opposition. Meanwhile, the ABVP, the student wing of the RSS, has called for a total cleanup of the anti-national activities on campus. We are seeing a 2026 version of a decade-old script, but with one major difference. The legal appetite for sedition and criminal intimidation charges has never been higher. The human cost of this night is resistance is already mounting. Names of students like Gopika Babu, Sunil Yadav and Danush Ali are now on police complaints. For many of these students, the labs of hate label could mean the end of their academic careers even before the semester has hit its stride. Critics of the government are now asking, is this a crackdown on hate speech or a crackdown on the very idea of a university as a space for radical dissent? The university warns that unlawful conduct will not be tolerated, but the students argue that without the right to be objectionable, there is no such thing as freedom of speech. So we are left with the core question. At what point does a campus laboratory stop producing ideas and start producing hate? The administration says that the point was reached on Monday night, and the students say that the hate is coming from the gates, not from the hostels. In 2026, the battle for the classroom is being fought in the courtroom and on the streets. Thanks for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.